Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we're continuing on in the 5th case of the game and we're in the middle of the trial. So let's continue on. I want to look at the court record really quickly about this. Can we, let's talk about it. That's where the bullet entered. It's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, the strap is broken, look!
This must be where the bullet hit, then.
Let me see.
There it is! Let's talk about this first. This file has been smashed to pieces. Presumably, this is where the bullet struck.
As soon as the bullet hit the chemical in that file, there would have been a really big explosion.
Big explosion?
Well, Shirley's potions and chemicals are amazingly useful for the investigation work he does, but they're also quite tricky to handle. Safely, at least. They're very dangerous. He really shouldn't be carrying them around like that.
Oh.
I'm sure that when this file broke, the chemical inside would have ignited.
Lucky y'all didn't all burn up right there and then. Note to self, always walk on the right-hand side of homes in future. Left is the danger zone. Before we look any, is there anything else? Oh. Oh look, there's a hole here at the back. Doesn't look like much like a bullet hole, but clearly something's ripped through the leather with great force.
Something must have pierced it somehow to have left this hole behind.
Yes, it looks that way. Mr. Holmes and his pouch both took a beating, didn't they? Yeah. Okay. Should we click on those? No. Oh, we can.
These glass vials are full of Shirley's homemade potions.
Homemade?
Yes, like fingerprint powder to show up where people have touched things, and scent amplifying solution to intensify a smell lingering on an object.
That's amazing. Kind of gross, but amazing.
They're all very easy to use. There's just one thing that you have to be careful of. They're all very flammable.
Mr. Holmes is a walking bomb. Either he's passionate about finding out the truth or just oblivious to the dangers. Well, hopefully he learned his lesson now. Alright, let's look at the bullet. What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Do you see it?
Ah! That's the Skulkin Brothers' bullet!
What a stroke of luck that it hit his pouch. This is an amazing discovery. What this means is, there were 3 bullets fired at Windibanks that night.
We found exactly what that juror was talking about. The 3rd bullet.
It's time to press that juror again, I think. Yeah, here we go. Alright, let's go. Oh, juror. He said press, so let's press her. Since we can't present.
Hold it!
It's the number of bullets. Okay. Here we go. No, not yet. If there was another bullet, I'd have to reconsider my position. A 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene. Could that be possible? I can prove it! Allow me to show you then. The 3rd bullet. Here we go.
Take that!
Here it is. We discovered it just now. Yes, on the night in question in Windibank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer? Where did you find that bullet?
It was lodged inside Mr. Holmes's pouch.
What?
This pouch was removed from around Mr. Holmes's waist before he was taken to hospital. And since then, it has been touched by no one.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Skulkin brothers that night?
Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Holmes. It's clearly visible in his photographic print.
Ah!
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Yes, that of Mr. Winterbank and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers.
An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each. Ah!
But that must mean...
That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from this crime scene. And until that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
Oh, there, a 4th bullet. He just got shot.
Order, order, order! While this summation examination remains incomplete, the court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built.
Thank you, Von Zeeks. You're the one who gave us the evidence. Woo! You fool. How did you not even look at it yourself? Typical.
As is my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination.
Thank you, Judge. By Jupiter!
What? Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once.
Okay, we don't gotta worry. He's just like, no, forget this nonsense. We gotta get down to this. There's someone else. Come on, y'all.
Witnesses. Governor! Were you listening to proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination?
We was, Governor, we was.
Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A 3rd bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that? Make of it, Governor? I don't make nothing of nothing if I can help it. Is it one of yours? Go blimey, Cov. Go blimey, Cov. Go blimey, not a chance. In that case, did you have an accomplice?
Yes. Yes. Come on, bring him. Bring him. Mr. Flamboyant himself, who we know is injured.
What? What? Never. Skulkin brothers work alone. It's just the 2 of us, that's our trademark.
Nah, you mentioned a 3rd brother before.
How soon we forget poor Sulky.
Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in question, or in evidence. The 3rd bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it? Lummy, that's an head scratcher. Counsel for the defense. Yes. I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. The 3rd bullet and the mysterious missing firearm from whence it came. Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture. A picture of what really happened that night.
Damn, this case is like, it's really dragging out. It's taken a long time, but I'm not hating it. Like, I feel like the pacing is a little slower than it should be, but at the same time, it's developing in a natural way that it doesn't feel too drawn out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. It's just really slow. But I'm still really enjoying it, all the twists and turns, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
My lord, I think it's clear what this 3rd bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers.
They had a secret accomplice.
On that night at Winterbank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a 3rd man.
The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice. But the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present. Someone carrying a gun. Yes. Do your pose.
Objection!
An accomplice, you say? Pigs will.
What, pigs will fly? Is that what you're trying to say?
These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time there has not been a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists, the court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy would be crushed.
Come on, the blood. Come on.
The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence, that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, the identity of this spurious character.
Yes, okay, we know. We know. The Skulkins are lying. I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding? Come on, man.
Well, counsel,
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is ready. Yeah. The defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers the prosecution demands.
so, my Nipponese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting.
I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference.
In that case, counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
It has to be the blood samples, right? Or the music disc? No, I think the blood samples. I think.
Take that!
Yeah. The evidence is right here in this portfolio.
By Jove, that portfolio again, is it? Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it?
It's this one, obviously.
Take that!
What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a blood stain, my lord.
A blood stain? Green blood. Curious, even for you. Is the court to understand that the intruder was some unhuman creature?
It's something developed by Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
By the great detective! New invention, stop! Not yet appeared in stories, stop! She's excited.
It's this, you see. It doesn't have a name yet, though. This vulgar spray is a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color.
Different elements of people's blood?
Yes, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, You can tell in a flash whose blood it is.
Ooh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. Talk of blood in courtrooms. Stop. Very exciting. Stop.
As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windibank.
Oh, a strike. Oh, wrong voice.
A striking blue. Yes, so you see the green color of this bloodstain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of the shop.
Now hold fire there, young man. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated.
Huh?
The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windibank was killed.
What, you think bunch of random people just getting shot in the shop all the time? Come on, man. So stupid.
By golly.
He's so dumb.
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
And whose blood is it?
Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder?
We've been waiting for so long to be able to prove that it's this dude.
Take that!
I'm so excited to have him finally be brought in here.
The man's name is Eggert Benedict. Eggert Benedict? Who on earth are you talking about, Counsel? He paid a visit to Windibank's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession.
That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force.
Yep. And we have the inspector here to say, yes, I was there. I saw this. Oh, I forgot what voice I gave him. Uh-oh.
Broker. Yes, sir.
Oh, poor Windibank.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel, and needless to say, any music box discs too.
Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc. Can you corroborate this account, Inspector?
Yes, he better.
Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Windibank for a print showing the fellow.
Yes, here we go.
Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gobbinses.
Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Windibank that morning. And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice. Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Uh-huh.
Never seen the geezer before in me life.
He's not that old. Come on now.
On me life, Gov, on me life. Never seen him.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Yes, and I can.
It shows the evidence.
I agree. We must see proof
that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. Here we go. Everybody's excited. Everybody's worked up right now. I'm excited too. I mean, we could do the blood samples or the music disc, probably. I think the music disc is perfect.
This is the last piece of evidence. I've had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. But now, I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom. It or him.
Get him. But the problem is we don't know his real name, do we? Because I'm very sure that the Benedict thing is a pseudonym. And I think the hint was whatever was on his cane, right? There was like initials or something. I don't know who it is, though. I really thought he was Moriarty, but maybe they're avoiding having Moriarty appear this soon. Maybe in the second game.
Are you ready to present your answer to the court then, counsel? Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet.
I mean, the portfolio would work, but I really want to go with the disc.
Take that!
As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Windibanks. Which is when the aforementioned Eggert Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no? That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this that a minor incident occurred.
But of course, sir, here's the disc. Yes, yes. And they fought over it, and that's how he got cut. Okay. Yes, your dramatic posing. I did you for a while. Okay.
What do you think you're doing, you little trump? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
Being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions cause Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed, and the resulting smear of blood is still visible in the disc now.
Goodness, a bloodstain, is it?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Using my trusty Forga gun.
Yes, and we added the results to this portfolio.
I say!
It's green.
It's exactly the same color as the blood around the calendar.
The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in Windibanks earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night.
So there was someone else. Look at the two brothers now. They're sweating buckets. Boy, who are you talking about? It's boiling in here.
My lord, it is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Eggert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify. It would certainly seem that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence.
Objection!
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law.
Oh, shut up. You're just salty.
Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name.
You're secretly a fanboy. I know it. I believe it.
The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or some such. And now you employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest court of the land. Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence.
Because you don't believe in science yet. Ah, typical. Old-fashioned.
So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Ah, that's what I was saying, right? If it goes off blood type, doesn't it just mean that everyone of the same blood type will turn the same color? Plus, you run out of colors eventually, right?
Well,
There's the leg. Haven't seen the leg in a while. So dramatic. He is such a drama queen. I love and hate him at the same time.
And pray do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Holmes's word for it.
Is he right? Is Mr. Holmes' concoction a load of rubbish? I don't know. I mean, he is a great detective. What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that. Sherlock, come here. Help us.
I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mr. Holmes's invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice did I have?
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before.
You talking about the judge?
About how he was temporarily suspending the summation examination. In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief, what did you just say, young girl?
And in a summation examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it?
Good job. You're so smart, Iris.
So the way I see it, it doesn't matter what certain other people think of Shirley's invention. At least, not for now.
Yes, she's right. Young lady, you have quite the devious mind.
Yes. She learned from the best.
It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Runo. Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Get him.
Unbelievable. Mr. Holmes's partner is a force to be reckoned with.
Iris Wilson. Or Watson. Sharpshooter.
After that shrewd
Presses? Never seen that.
of the situation from an entirely unexpected source, it must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion.
This is absurd.
Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for your final leanings in this matter. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions.
Even though that guy's a tourist.
So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Yeah.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Guilty.
Really?
Guilty.
Really?
Not guilty.
That's annoying that 2 of them still... Whatever.
2 call guilty and 4 call not guilty. Such is the outcome of the summation examination.
Objection.
My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
On what grounds?
If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored. This trial will continue.
Ugh. Ugh.
Take that.
Nevertheless, we found ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested the subpoena of a new witness. But sadly, I fear that will be impossible. What? The name the gentleman gave for himself, Eggert Benedict, is quite clearly false.
Hey, even the judge is like, yeah, that's a lie.
I don't believe it. Just when I'd managed to prove the man was there that night.
Okay, let's, I'm dying to see what's gonna happen. I'm tempted to end it right here, but no, let's continue. Could I say something? Who is this?
Who was that, please? Who spoke?
Oh, her.
It was me, my lord.
Juror number 5? What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector,
Me, ma'am.
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one in which the gentleman is shown.
She recognized him. Yes. Small town, eh?
Right, this one you mean, of Mr. Benedict.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind.
Juror number 5, you don't mean to say you know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What? No. Good gracious.
Van Zeeks is like, ah, shit.
Order, order, order. Juror number 5, how on earth?
I am a communications officer. Stop.
As we can clearly see,
Oh, look how excited she got. Her cheeks got pink. Damn, girl. She's like, I am living. I am a part of the story now.
The gentleman in the photograph is... Stop. Also a communications officer. Stop.
So he's the one doing the leak. Got it. Got it. Okay, okay. It's all coming together. Yeah. Love it.
He works in my office. Stop.
And that must be what's on the disc, right? It has to be. Secrets that they're trying to exchange with another country or whatever.
A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. He should be in the communication station now. Stop. Tapping away on the telegraph. Stop.
this doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, because he acted very like a noble, right? Like he's a rich dude. So for him to be a simple communications officer is a little like,
Huh. I suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out that he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yes, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong. If the gentleman is at London's communication station, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Lord Von Zeeks, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements with all haste.
As your lordship bids.
he's like grumbling under his breath. Oh shit, this bullshit. I hate this.
The court will recess for 1 hour. When the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony.
Okay, okay. I think we got one more section of this trial to go.
Inspector Gregson,
Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about events at the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Man, this judge is on it. I like this judge. I feel like, as much as I love our usual judge, I feel like this guy has his brain working very well, you know? And he's like reasonable and he's fair. So I just like him. I respect him.
Yes, sir, my lord.
Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
I do love the other judge, though. He makes me laugh. Alright, we got to be continued. Okay, good. I'm glad I continued. Because if I had stopped where I did, then I would have been salty next time. Oh, wow. This is good. This is really good. It's really long. I honestly thought I'd be done by now, but it's alright. It's alright. I'm enjoying it. So thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And until next time, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.